It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got CeeDee Lamb, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Cowboys and the Steelers, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass.
Taking it right down Broadway. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 20. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 33.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. Remember, the Cowboys shaken up.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. So how about that for your first carry of the game? Not bad.
How about that, and not bad at all. I think he earned himself a little bit more work, partner, because that's what you want from your number 2 or your number 3 running backs. You want him to come in with the fresh legs, give your team a little jolt, and he did it right there. Best way to lobby for more playing time? Have runs like that.
Joey Sly on for the extra point.
And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game. Surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here. And I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll make it 3rd down.
You look at the Steeler defense.
They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Our Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people. Put them on the ground.
Running with Elliott. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it, and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
Here's Patty. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Petty now. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
3.5 to go, first quarter. On 2nd down, it's Vaughn. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Vaughn. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And just shutting him off there. But a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Pickett sets up play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. He gets it to Cooks. And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Running behind center with Vaughn.
And some room to work.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Petty. Incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Well, this drive, they're perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 8.
At the 41-yard line.
Back to throw. Pickett. A short one there to Freiermuth.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Try him with Pickett here on 3rd down.
Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the... the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys 1st down. The defense a little lax there. They give up 9 on 4th and 4.
They'll look to throw. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Petty flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At about the 32. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett.
He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, 66 yards.
And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Here's a diving catch right side. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over. 5-yard line.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Now Pickett.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Pickett looking to throw on 2nd down.
It's caught. Beckham. They get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Pickett.
It's brought in by Harris. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plenty of time to try to put something together.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
To throw again on 2nd down. Penny.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
He'll drop to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw here. They'll buy some time right.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Meanwhile, Pickett slow into the hands of Pickens.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation. Take a shot.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Pickett to throw on 1st down. A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's week.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves. But for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On first down, they go back to Vaughn again.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Staying on the ground with Vaughn. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Inside give to Elliott. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground. I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. They'll run it with Elliott. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Now Lance. The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. A first down carry by Elliott. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Handoff coming left is Vaughn.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
And the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Trey Lance.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Pickett back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. He's across midfield. Still on his feet. CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. 65 yards. And the Cowboys have scored again in this 3rd quarter. This time to move out in front. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now out come the Steelers. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the 3rd quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Pickett will look to throw it here. Crossing the field, Beckham makes a catch. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 35.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
1st and 10. Here's Pickett. Pickens on the slant.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They'll throw again with Pickett. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Try him with Pickett here on 3rd down. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Here's Pickett.
He finds his target, Beckham. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 2. Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Micah Parsons
Collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. The Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Pickett.
And the catch made by Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Pickett.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards.
Now Pickett.
Wide open receiver complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Darnell Washington.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And quickly to the outside, that's caught by Lamb.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready?
That's caught out wide by Cooks.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. The Steelers signal from the 2nd of their timeouts. Now leaving with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Try to take this home. They'll run.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just a minute. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
And they take a knee.
Ready.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take